Hi, everyone, and welcome to Divine Resolution Tarot. This reading is a love reading intended for the sign of Pisces. If you're watching for a Pisces, please reverse the roles because it'll feel as though I'm speaking to you about your Pisces. So, Pisces, I've shuffled the deck, I've pulled the cards, and I'm just taking a look at the bottom of the deck to see what's been happening with you since I've talked to you last. We'll start with this. Looks like separation and feeling frustrated that it didn't work out. This is your past energy. Feeling a lot of bitterness about the way a situation ended. And now it looks like you're trying to share a child is what this looks like to me with this person. Because we have the King of Swords reversed, the Page of Cups in the middle of the Queen of Swords reversed. So two people who don't see eye to eye about the way that it looks like a child should be raised. If you don't have a child, this could also be two people who don't see eye to eye about the way that the relationship is going, right? Because there's an energy here of like there being an ending, but then I'm not seeing either one of you really move away from this ending. It's like you have decisions, you could be doing something else, but instead you're just kind of sitting there looking at each other, being upset about the way the relationship went. It's weird. Nobody's working on it. Nobody's trying to fix it. Just kind of ignoring each other, but having a lot of animosity towards one another is what this looks like. And then if you do share a child, you are having, really weird discussions about that situation. Nothing productive. Let's see. Trying to tell people that you're happy that it's over, but still looking at what could have been. Then it's like you're not really moving on. You're not really trying to meet anybody new because it looks like you're not feeling so great. And then there's something here about your money. So maybe if you had to start like paying child support if there's a separation, or if you separated from somebody, now you're like trying to get your life back on track, or solidify like your foundation again. Because there's an energy of like, you're not dating, you're not trying to meet new people, you're not with this person that's in the spread, but you're looking at them and they're looking at you, and you could reconcile with this person, but it doesn't seem like either one of you want to or know how, but you're both in each other's space. Kind of weird. Kind of a weird situation, because it's like you're not really single because you're still stuck in whatever this is. So you haven't left. Maybe this is a divorce. Maybe you're in the midst of like trying to have some kind of legal separation, because this is weird. Or maybe you're like, you live with this person and you're both on the lease and you can't leave right now. So you're just like trying to be pleasant to one another. You don't feel like you can date someone new because you don't have anywhere to bring them, or you don't want to like argue with the person you live with. There's a lot of discomfort in this situation. There's a lot of feeling like your life is on hold right now. It's like nothing can start until this whatever this is ends. But you're not happy, you're not comfortable, you're starting your spread with the Magician in the reverse. So feeling like you can't do anything, feeling like you're waiting, feeling like you have to keep things a secret from this person. If you're trying to like save money so you can move, or feeling like you can't be honest about how you feel about the situation, or that you can't tell them where you are when you're not at home. This is like wanting your freedom and trying to take it in small parts when you can, but also feeling like you have to keep it a secret, whatever you're doing, right? Like, You know, in the example I gave, like maybe you separated from somebody, but you're still on the lease. And so that's still where you live because that's where you pay rent. And so maybe if you did like hang out with somebody, right, like of the opposite sex, when you come in, you're not going to broadcast that to whoever is still in your space because it's going to make things awkward or there's going to be an argument. Because I'm seeing like a lot of tension, a lot of anger, but a lot of silence. Like you actually don't want to talk to this person if you can help it, is what this looks like at this time. When I'm looking at what's coming towards you, you got High Priestess reversed. So you're going to be finding something out about the situation. Okay, so here's the hard part is like, whatever it is that you want for yourself, like maybe you're ready to date, but you're still where you are, so you can't do anything. The person you're living with also wants the same. And so it's like, they're going to do whatever it is that you're trying to do. You know, they're trying to do the same thing. Like they want out of this contract the same way you do. They are ready for something else the same way that you are. And maybe you guys or gals or whoever both agreed to like stay in this for X amount of time. But you're actually going to find out that this person is reneging on that agreement and they have begun to do something new. Even though you're both still in this really strange situation. So that's frustrating to you. I'm not really sure why it's so frustrating because it's like you don't even want to be in the situation you're in. But for some reason, when this person starts, like, say they start dating again and then they're like, they tell you that, you feel annoyed, you know? You're like annoyed that you're no longer an option. You're annoyed that they didn't try to do anything to make it work. And what I'm seeing here is it's very possible that if this person starts dating again, they tell you they want you to move. You know, they're like, okay, well, I met somebody, so you can go by the end of the week. Like, you don't even need to finish out the lease. It's fine. This person will take your place. It's like whoever you're with or you're dealing with, they found a way to cover your half of the rent or to cover whatever your part of the obligation was so that you can be free and then the two of you don't have to deal with each other anymore. And I feel like for you, it's like, okay, but this is also my home. Like, this is where I live. And so that's affecting my stability. What am I going to tell people? What am I going to tell the landlord? What am I going to tell the new person when I move? And they ask why I'm breaking my lease. Like, oh, my significant other, now ex, decided to move someone in and it got weird. Like, this is all kind of a big mess. But I think, you know, on the bright side here, with your opportunity being the Knight of Wands reversed, like, this isn't a situation that you even really wanted to be in, right? This is something that was already like really uncomfortable for you. So even though you're not prepared for this to happen, at least this is kind of like the Band-Aid that gets pulled off really quick instead of you having to just like sit and stew in this situation for another like 6 to 8 months or however long you had left on a lease, right? This is like, okay, I wasn't prepared for this, but at least I don't have to like hide my comings and goings, or I can like have the freedom to live my life now after I get settled somewhere else, right? What you're going to want to do about this, you got 6 of Cups reversed. So there's a lot of like bad energy, you know, you're feeling a lot of like frustration, regret. There's kind of this knee-jerk reaction to like try to get into a relationship quickly, to show this person that you have also moved on. And then there's kind of this feeling of like, you know that this isn't working with this person, but you're also upset that they decided to do something new instead of choose to work it out with you, because it kind of does something like to your self-esteem. It makes you feel like they should have at least tried to talk to you before they went off and did whatever they did. Or at the very least, you thought maybe you could have like a friendship with this person eventually, but now that they've done what they've done, you don't feel that way anymore. And so there's a lot of energy of like feeling regretful that you invested the time in the situation. Like, I could have left when things got bad, but I stuck around for the kids, or I stuck around because you were sick and you needed help, or like there's kind of this energy of like, I wish I could take back what I gave you because I see like nothing sacred, or, you know, like you don't care about me the way I care about you. Like, yeah, we didn't work out, but at the same time, I at least thought I could have more time to get, you know, my affairs in order and my finances in order, right? There's like this feeling of betrayal and regret that you invested so much time into this person, especially because whatever this is, it's like you didn't even want to be there to begin with. Like in the beginning you did, you know what I'm saying? But when things broke bad, you were like ready to go, you know, and then you were trying to be like mindful of this person's feelings if you were like going on a date, or you were mindful of this person's financial situation. So you made sure that you always had like your half of the rent or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very like, I try to consider you even after this situation like didn't work out. And now you're just like being vindictive, or you're like going out of your way to hurt my feelings, you know? And so I see that you're not the person that I thought you were. I think that's really what kind of is irking you the most, is like, you knew who this person was in your mind. And like, if it didn't work, it didn't work. And yes, you had your feelings about that and they had theirs, and you were kind of not getting along, you know, because like, how fun would that be to live with an ex? But you also felt like at one point you and this person were close. And so it's just kind of like, wow, like this is just it, huh? Like this is how you want to end all the time we spent together. You want to end on this note? Like that's a low blow, right? That's how you feel. It's like this person pulled the rug out from under you. They wasted your time. Let's take a look at anything else for opportunity. Cool. All right. So this situation needed to happen, even though it's abrupt and it's frustrating, because there's somewhere else you're supposed to be. You know, it's possible that if you were trying to like think about hanging out with other people and then feeling like you couldn't, eventually, had this not happened, you would have stopped going out. And there's somebody that you're supposed to meet. You got Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands. So you're supposed to be meeting this new person. It's like you get a new partner very quickly. But this person, oh wow, so this person is awesome actually. But they would not have dated you if you were still dealing with your ex, you know, and not even dealing with like, you know, physically, but like you're living with your ex is living with you, or however you want to put it, right? This new person, they're super cool, but they definitely would not have dealt with you until you were moved out, because they've had a situation where it felt like either they were a rebound and that person went back to their ex, or they were with somebody who said that they were going to leave a situation and never did. And it became like a huge headache. So they would never deal with that again, you know? So on the bright side, this is kind of being whisked away very quickly, because there's something else coming in that wouldn't have worked out had you stayed where you are, okay? Strength is the obstacle. So like you're mad, you know, and you feel like you kind of want to teach this person a lesson. But the hard part is like, there's something really good coming for you, but you can't see it in this moment. So it feels like you got the short end of the stick. You know, it feels like you want to kind of like get back at this person or tell them more about themselves or whatever. And I get that, you know, but the thing is that this really is ending so that something new and really great can come in. So maybe if you can try to focus on that part, right? Because like, you're going to want to like, maybe you want to destroy this person's stuff. Maybe you want to inconvenience them. Maybe you want to talk to the new boyfriend or girlfriend that's suddenly looking at you like, what are you still doing here? And tell them like, hey, you don't even know what you're getting yourself into. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's kind of that feeling of like, I want this person to feel as stupid as I do. I want retribution. I want to let out my anger, my rage, my frustration. But if you can not do that, right? And just stay focused on the fact that this is taking place so that you can get out of a situation that would have sabotaged your blessing, right? Like, you're getting a blessing for having to deal with this person, and you're getting a blessing for the way that they've treated you. So it's like, if you stay in this energy, it's going to take you longer to attract what you want because you're resisting the change, you know, or you're trying to like get back at this person or whatever. Like, if you can just be like, you know what, it's an inconvenience. I'm upset, but I know the Tower, right? This is happening because I need to get out of this situation, right? This is happening so that I'm not being blocked from my blessing, or like my 10 of cups, right? My true soulmate, my true person. I have to leave here first. You know what I mean? Like, the person that you're going to meet, by the time they come in, you may still be like trying to find your stability, but this is actually somebody that could help you with that. You know what I mean? Like, say you end up moving out of this and you're like crashing at somebody's house. Whoever this person is, they're not going to judge you for that. They'd actually be like, oh my gosh, that sounds like such a bad situation. I have a spare room. Do you want to, you know, come hang out with me for a week or two? You know what I mean? Versus like if they met you and you're like, yeah, I'm at my ex or my ex's, and they'd be like, ooh, I've been there. I've seen that. This goes nowhere. I'm not dealing with that. You know what I mean? Like, you'll be rewarded for leaving. Like, the new person, they'll be like, hey, you know, like, you're sleeping on a couch. That sucks. Why don't you come get a good night's sleep at my house? Or, you know what I mean? Like, they'll engage with you and they'll actually want to help you. Once they see that you've made the effort to remove yourself from a situation that was not for you anymore, you know? So it actually is for the best, even though this is very frustrating. Your advice, 2 of Wands. So, wow. This is like you have the devil on your shoulder and then you have an angel on your shoulder, your other shoulder, right? So like, you can take the low road or you can take the high road. And if you take the low road, right, and you freak out on this person or whatever, for some of you, you may even try to like seduce your ex just to like be like, yeah, I knew you still wanted me. You will get them pregnant, or they will get pregnant by you, right? Because I think the person you're dealing with is a little bit unstable. Yeah, and honestly, I think they're just trying to hurt you with what they're doing, or they're trying to make it so that like you're so hurt you don't date again. So trying to like seduce this person to prove to yourself that you're still desired by them is actually going to open a whole new can of worms for you. So I'd be very careful about doing that, right? Like, because this person, it's weird because their goal is to make you feel stupid and to stop you from leaving. So it's almost like they kind of picked up on the fact that you wanted to do something else, or that you were trying to like kind of keep it hidden out of respect. And then they just like blew the whole thing open. Like, oh yeah, my boyfriend's sleeping over tonight. Like they want to destroy you. This isn't about them moving on and trying to find like a healthy relationship. This is about them trying to suck you into their toxicity because they feel like you're breaking away. Okay. If you take the high road, you got 4 of Swords reversed to get yourself out of the situation. You are happy that it's over. You know, you make some decisions to pack up your stuff, to be done, to maybe block this person. I see you moving into a commitment relatively fast. You know, you could find that you're in a relationship by Libra season or August. Is that Libra season? No, is that Leo? I think Libra is September, right? So August, September, seems like you'd be in a relationship that you could actually see yourself like marrying this person. Okay. So you're being redirected here. Like, if you can try to just rise above it, because it's super petty, and just remember that this person, they're not moving on to like move on. They're moving on to try to stop you from moving on. They're moving on to try to destroy you and make you feel like garbage. Okay, so try not to let that get under your skin. Just thank the Lord. Like, okay, well, I have incentive to get out of this situation. I'm not being held hostage anymore, right? All right, let me get you an oracle card. All right, imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. Bottom of the deck, forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. So yeah, I'm not saying you have to like be like the pillar of forgiveness when it comes to this ex. But if you could at least like try to forgive yourself for still giving them the benefit of the doubt or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, just try not to dwell, you know, because it is hurtful and it is very frustrating. But everything that you want is coming. It's just that it couldn't come where you are and it couldn't come from this person. So you're being moved very quickly. All right, Pisces, good luck with this. I will speak to all of you again soon. You take very good care of yourselves. Bye.